How much would you need to invest for the value of the investment to grow to $8,500 if it was invested at 7.5% per annum, compounded quarterly for 5 years? Answers correct to the nearest dollar. So we have a formula for compound interest, which is A is equal to P 1 plus R over 100N. You may have a version of this that doesn't have the 100 on the bottom. It's not a problem. You just convert R to a decimal when you substitute into it. And the power up here is NT. So we're having an investment grows to that, so that's this, 8,500 is A. The principal is what we're trying to find. How much would you need to invest? Then we have 1 plus 7.5 over 100 multiplied by, we're compounding quarterly, so n is 4. N is the number of times we compound per year. 5 years, n is 4, t is 5, so the power up here is 20. And then we can just solve that on the calculator. So if we just clear here, action, advanced, solve, then we've got 8,500 is equal to, let's just call it x, open a bracket, 1 plus 7.5 over 400 and that is going to be to the power 20. And solve, and that is 586228. Now, of course, this type of question also lends itself to using the activity. Just make sure you write down the formula that you're using, because there's 3 marks here, and you can't have more than 2 if you just write an answer down. So, let's go to the activity. And in this case, I'll need to open my activity, so it's the compound interest that we're wanting to open. And I'll just go down here. And this time it's the P that we don't know. We know the A, 8,500. Just make sure the one you don't know is the one selected. R is 7.5. You can easily write down the formula because it's just here in your reactivity as well. So when I said write down the formula is actually stated in your reactivity. The N was 4 because it's compounded quarterly. T is 5. And just click solve, and there we go, 586228, exactly the same answer. What is the simple interest rate when 37,000 increases to 43,250 over 4 years? Now remember, the simple interest formula gives us the interest, it doesn't give us a total amount, so we'll need to work out the interest here. So that's 43,250, take away 37,000. So let's go back to main. So 43,250, take away 37,000, and that's 6,250. And then remember that I is equal to PRT over 100. You may be using a version of the formula that doesn't have the 100 on the bottom. No problem, R will just come out as a decimal. So we know the interest is 6,250. The principal is 37,000 multiplied by R multiplied by 4 over 100. And once again, you can just do a solve, make that one X on the calculator when you do a solve on the calculator. I'm not going to actually do that because we've been through that. But of course, this lends itself again to use of the activity. So we go in here and I'll open up this time the simple interest formula. And let's see. The one we're trying to work out this time is the R. We know that the interest is 6250. We know the principal was 37,000. And we know the time was 4 years. And you just click on the little solve button up here. And that gives us 4.2229. So we'd probably say that that's 4.22%. Correct to 2 decimal places. Now I've just noticed up here that this was supposed to be to the nearest dollar. So just make sure that you give it to the degree of accuracy asked for. Here there wasn't, so I've just stated my degree of accuracy. That's what made me think about this one. And nearest dollar, 5862. How long would $12,000 need to be invested at 5.4% per annum to earn $900 simple interest? Answer correct to the nearest month. So once again, it's simple interest. This time we actually know the interest is 900. We know the principal is 12,000. We know the rate is 5.4. And once again, you can just solve for that on the calculator, or we could use the activity. Since I'm here already, I'm just going to use the activity. And so I'll just need to close that one. You won't need to do that because all of yours are in a single directory. So get the simple interest formula out. And so the one we don't know is the time. So the interest is 900. Principal is 12,000. The rate is 5.4. Hit the little solve thing up there. And we've got 1.388. So that is going to be in years. So that's 1 year. And then 0.388. So we need to convert that into months if we want nearest month. So 0.388 multiplied by 12 gives us nearest month 5. So 1 year, 5 months. Or you could give that as 17 months.